Marvel's The Thunderbolts, the new movie coming out in basically like a month or two. Very excited. Seems like a fun time in the trailer, but there is one thing that stood out in that trailer. Something that has had the fans divided. From the first appearance of this character, we have Taskmaster. The first helmet design of Taskmaster people didn't really like. They don't like the character in general. And now this one, this updated version, I really don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redesign the helmet, and I'm going to show you the process on how to do that. And you're going to basically come with me through the journey on how to make this better. So let's go. Now, I'm not here to disrespect the Marvel concept artists. They are literally artists that I look up to and professionally have an amazing career. So this is not a dig at you guys. This is just something that I want to add a bit of fresh air into Marvel and try something different. All right, let me explain everything that is wrong with the Taskmaster helmet, and that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Now, I just don't like how far they've gone from the source material. As I said before, the white hood is necessary. Just give him a white hood. I'm thinking inside the hood it should be orange, because Taskmaster has a pretty like vibrant look. He's not worried about being covert. He can copy anyone's moves. He's not a sneaky guy. The helmet just looks like an egg. Why is it so smooth and like with these futuristic elements? It just annoys me. It doesn't look like a skull. Just make it look like a skull. You had the bottom half of the first one that looked good, and now the top half of this one looks good. Combine them. Just split it down the middle. You failed the top half of the last helmet. Now you failed the bottom half. Like, what is going on? Anyways, the color is also off. I don't like that really weird, cool white color for the helmet. And also the eyes, I feel like the eyes need to be something vibrant. Like, just, we gotta make this character more menacing. We gotta make this character be feared, and a full skull design that I'm planning. It needs to work out. It needs to work out. So that's basically the things that I am gonna try and tackle the most. I'm gonna try and also stay futuristic with it. So let's see how I do. We're going to be using this poster. I want to repaint Taskmaster's helmet there and try to blend it seamlessly with everything else in this poster. Luckily with this poster, they've got one massive directional light, and then the rest I can play with. We're going to change the hood, and we're going to change the mask pretty substantially. So let's see what inspirations we can find online. I've got a few in mind on what I want, and let's just put it all together in a mood board and see what we come up with. So what we have here is a mood board. I've centered the current Taskmaster's helmet in the middle and inspirations of the vibe that I want. I've also included the Taskmaster from the comics and also from the Spider-Man 2 Insomniac game, because that design is dope. Basically what I want to do is I want to go more towards the skull look. This is not enough of a skull look for Taskmaster. We need more. We need something cool, and that hood needs to have that iconic spike, and I don't understand why it's not white. So you can see that they had the eyes. That's pretty spot on. I like that. I like the eyes being white. We're probably gonna go try and do something similar to maybe Ghost with a mix of Deadman from Death Stranding. Let's start with some initial designs on how we want that mask to work. I'm going to be drawing over that pose because I want it to look similar to what we've got there. What we're doing first is we're putting that point on the hood first. That's important. I also wanted to add a brow to this character because angry skull, you know, you got to make it angry. And I had a bit of trouble with the nose cavity. I was conflicted on what I wanted. Did I want something futuristic like the Insomniac Spider-Man one, or did I want something along the lines of the Death Stranding? So you see me play around with that. Also, with the eyes, I went for that triangle old school look. It's not too far off of what those little rectangles that the modern one has, but as you can see here, I went for like a bit more of a futuristic look, so it lends itself to that. And now it's just me figuring out the anatomy of it, pretty much, if it works, if it's practical. Just thinking about it in a 3D space is actually super key to working on these helmets and these masks. It's how will this stick out? The nose sticks out more than anything on the face. How will it work on this mask? It's just shaping the character. You got to think in a 3D form and just work with a lot of options. Push things as far as you can, try to extend the ridiculousness of your designs and then trim it back. So that's how I do it. Okay, so this is the ideas that I have. I've pushed some to like an extreme and I kept some traditional. Normally, you know, you play around with all these sorts of things. The eyes, I feel like I'm not going to change too much. What I want to do is create a modern look for Taskmaster, but also keep it traditional with the skull. They went a bit too futuristic and modern with this design, but I am going to try and keep a few of the elements still there with this mask or helmet or whatever it is. I don't understand why they didn't just do the point on the hood. It's a classic Taskmaster look. Just do the point on the hood and make it white. I'm going to play around with the colors too. The idea is to keep the hood white, but we'll see in terms of how I can get those colors to look. Tell me which one you want to see me turn into Taskmaster. Before I do it, I want to know if I made the right decision or not. I know there's going to be different inputs on what should be what. I'm kind of digging the bottom right, to be honest. That one is probably my favorite. Let's get designing. I also had a bit of trouble with this small section where the jaw hole is, but I've eventually figured it out. I just took it from the original design. Alright, a little bit of work done on this. I forgot to film the rendering, but basically I'm sampling the colors of the grayscale Taskmaster helmet because I want to get the lighting right, and then afterwards I'll add color afterwards. It's not going to be the same color as this Taskmaster. I don't like the white of these masks being a cool tone. If you're going to use a cool tone for the hood, use a warm tone for the mask. Language. Anyways, I basically made like a smaller version of this to fit the poster. So it's actually looking pretty good. I'm gonna fix the teeth. The teeth need a bit of fixing from this, and so far so good. So I'm gonna continue a little bit more, and this time I'll record it, I promise. Now, after I've set down the basic colors, I'm referencing the lighting from the main picture. I'm slowly trying to understand the form of the helmet that I'm working on and how it relates to the helmet. Now, I'm very lucky that the helmet is super basic, so that way I can understand where the shadows can fall on this character, and I managed to understand the lighting a lot because of how basic the original helmet is. So I guess it helped out in the long term, and now we're gonna see what it looks like right at the end. And there you have it. That's my take on the concept. I've got two separate designs, one that is a bit more of the classic Taskmaster look and the other one that leans a little bit more to what they're going for in this movie. I'll leave it up for you guys to decide which one wins this challenge. So let me know how I went. If you want to see me redesign any other costume, maybe Superman, leave a comment down below and I'll see you for the next video. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe.